Hello everyone, my name is Reena Kumari, Assistant Professor English, Government Girls College, Bara. Dear students, our today's e-lecture for class BA part 2nd and it is regarding to the paper 2nd unit 1st. And the topic of our today's e-lecture is the periodical essays written by Joseph Addison. And before reading the essay, the full text of essay, we have to know about the author, about the meaning of the periodical essays, about the background of the essay, some introduction of the essay, and so our first topic of this lecture is about the author. Means here we have the essay Periodical Essays written by Joseph Addison, and just have a look about the author. He means Joseph Addison is the great writer of the periodical essays. Joseph Addison, Richard Steele, Goldsmith, Dr. Johnson are the famous periodical essayists. Addison is one of the most expert master of periodical essays. Students, here question arises, what is periodical essays? And next, our next point is the meaning of periodical essays. A periodical essay is one through which the writer conveys his idea to the world by writing the essay in loose sheets and in a single piece. Means the periodical essay is one through which the writer conveys his idea only a single paper. They has to write their views, their expression only on a single sheet of paper, and these kind of essays are called periodical essays. And Joseph Addison and Richard Steele both are the eminent periodical essayists. They also wrote jointly and also published the periodical magazines like the Tatler, the Spectator, as we will read further. And Addison's essay, our next point is Addison's essay. Addison and Richard Steele jointly wrote two periodical magazines. As first is The Spectator. It is started on 1 March 1711 and in it essay comes daily except Sunday. In it means in The Spectator the essay comes daily except Sunday. And in The Spectator there were total 555 periodical essays, in which almost 274 were written by Addison and 236 periodical essays are written by Richard Steele. And second periodical magazine is The Tatler. It is started by Richard Steele. Richard Steele in 12th April 709 and end in 1711. Means first they jointly started, means Richard Steele started but wrote jointly both these magazines. And first they started The Tatler by Richard Steele in 709 and end in 1711. And in 1711 Addison started The Spectator. So please remember these two magazines, The Spectator and The Tatler. Spectator started by Joseph Addison and The Tatler started by Richard Steele. But they wrote jointly, they contributed jointly in both these magazines, the periodical essays. And The Tatler. Now we are reading The Tatler. This contains total 271 periodical essays jointly written by Richard Steele and Addison. Steele wrote 188 essays and Addison wrote 42 and remaining 36 essays were written by jointly. Addison was son of the clergyman, a Reverend Lancelot Addison. Means the name of his father, name of Joseph Addison father is Lancelot Addison, and he became intimate friend with the Richard Steele at the Oxford College. Means he became friend of Richard Steele at the Oxford College. The success of his periodical The Spectator made him famous in the history of English literature. Means on behalf of his periodical essays magazine The Spectator, he became famous. And our next point is introduction to the essay. Addison is a creator and one of the most finished master of the periodical essays. Periodical essays are mostly single page essay. As previous we discussed in our second point the meaning of periodical essay. All of we have studied what is the meaning of periodical essay. So the periodical essays are mostly single page essay. Means periodical essays are single page essay. So the writer has to express his views in limited words, and periodical essays do not have the advantages like the writers who write thick books, and they have enough space to express these views. Means here Addison want to say that the writers of the thick books, the great books have the more advantages than the writers of the periodical essays, because the periodical essayists do not have enough space to express their views, their ideas. They have to express their ideas, their views in a limited space, only on a single sheet of paper. But the writers, on the other hand, the writers of the great thick books, they have enough space. And in this essay, Joseph Addison tells about the writers of the thick books and about the writers of the periodical essays. So, but on the other hand, the writers of a short article on a sheet of paper have to begin at once, and they have to write about the every part of it in an interesting manner, and the subjects on which they write must be new and literary. They cannot make unnecessary repetitions like the writers of the great thick books. Means here Addison says about the advantages of the writers of thick books and disadvantages of the periodical essays. Means like the writers of the thick books, advantages like the thick book writers, periodical essayists do not have. And here he tells about the some chief characteristics of the periodical essays, like the periodical essayist always must write on a new topic and must write on a literary as a literary topics. They cannot make the unnecessary repetitions like the great thick book writers. And the periodical essays writer should be able to say many things in a few words. So the author says that the writing is a difficult art. Means essay writing. What kind of essays? The periodical essays, means the short essays, the essays which are written on a single sheet of paper. These kind of essays writing is a difficult art. So he start his essay with a great proverb, as a great book is a great evil. So here Addison has the opinion that the great book is a great evil, because the writers of the great book have many advantages, but the writers of the periodical essays do not have such advantages like the writer of the great books. So guys, our next point is a summary of the essay, and just have a look on summary of our essay. Our essay is, what's the name of our essay? The Periodical Essays, written by Joseph Addison. Okay, now let's see the summary of essay. Addison begins his essay with an exposition of the nature and purpose of periodical essays. Means, what is the nature of periodical essay and what is the chief characteristics of the periodical essays. In the opening line of the essay, Addison tells about the two kinds of authors. Means, at the beginning of the essay, he tells about the two kind of authors. Do you have any idea about the two kind of authors? Yes, means the first authors are the authors of the great thick books, and second type of authors are the authors of the periodical essays. Okay, the first type of the authors are some who write thick books, and the other and second type of the authors write small articles on a single sheet of paper. These are like the periodical essayist. The first type of writer who write thick books write long instructions, and at the beginning of the book they are almost at the beginning of the book. The first type of the writer who write thick books write long instructions, and at the beginning of the book they are almost dull and uninteresting. Means, they write many pages before they come to the subject on which they have to write on. He says, even a very strict and critical authors and writers writes dull. Means, here Addison says, even a very strict and critical authors also writes dull, because they have enough space to write. Their style of writing is also lacks fluency, and this is very bad. Addison does not like this. So for this essay, he chose a motto as a Greek proverb, as a great book is a great evil. As he writes about the authors who write thick books, now he tells about the second type of writers as follows. Writers who write small articles. In the next stanza, Addison writes about the writers who write small articles of a page or two. Addison himself is such a writer. Means, Addison himself is a periodical essayist, periodical writer. He says that the periodical essayists or the small article writers have to be very careful from very beginning. They have many foundations. They have to follow many rules, as they have to begin their subjects at once. Means, first rule, what is the first rule of periodical essay? The writer of the periodical essayist begin their subject at once. Means, they have to start their subject at once, because they do not have enough space to express their views and ideas. They have to express their views on a single sheet. So, they have to begin their subject at once. And this is the strict rule of a periodical essay. And they cannot be dull in any part of the other their article. Means, the second rule they have to follow is they cannot be dull in any part of their article, and every part of a small article has to be interesting. Next characteristic of the periodical essay is, means, every part of a small article has to be interesting and lively. If these writers do not write in a proper manner, people will at once throw it away, saying that it is dull and uninteresting. Means, if the periodical essays cannot able to write according the above rules, if they do not write in proper manner as described above by the Addison, the people will at once throw it. It means at once throw the periodical essays away, saying that it is dull and uninteresting, and whatever they write, it must appear new and charming. And next is the foundation of periodical essays is their essays must be appear new to the people and charming from the very style of it. A small article must be interesting in its subject matter and charming in its style. Only then can the reader appreciate it and value it. Means all these characteristics as described by the Addison. If the periodical essayists follow all these rules, then their essays are accepted by the people or valued by the people. Either their essays can be thrown away, saying that it is not interesting and not useful to us. Next, Addison says these type of periodical essays should have humor in all its parts. And next rule must be followed by the periodical essayist is their essays should have humor in all its parts. Thus, in the second paragraph of the essay, Addison talks about the nature of the periodical essays. Means, first, he tells about the advantages of the grade thick book writers. In second paragraph, he writes about the nature of the periodical essays. And the next point is the importance of praise to spread knowledge. Means, in the next or third stanza of his essay, he tells about the importance of praise. In the next stanza, Addison tells about the importance of praise to spread knowledge among the people. Means, what is the main act of praise? The chief act of praise is to spread knowledge among the people. He says, the philosophers and the great men of the past wanted to teach wisdom and virtue to the people. They could not do so because there was no praise. But today, this facility exists. Therefore, much knowledge can be spread among the people, and the praise also do much more. But Addison surprises here to see that the praise is only used by news writers and only by the political parties. He says the praise can be used to spread wisdom and knowledge among the people than the politics. It is used to mankind to be instructed in wisdom and virtue. Here, dear student, it is by my mistake, man king, not it is read as man king. Here, please correct this spelling as mankind. Means it means praise is used to mankind, used to people to be instructed in wisdom and virtue, and to be made counselors and statesmen. Means the praise should be used to spread knowledge among the people. It should not be used only for the counselors and only for the politicians or statesmen. Okay. The next point is use of fable of mole. And in next paragraph, Addison tells about a fable of mole. Here, at the beginning of the essay, Addison first explains the nature and purpose of the periodical essay, and the paper ends with the criticism of those people and authors who refuse to see any virtue in the Spectator Meditations. Means, he started his essay with the nature and purpose of the periodical essay and ends with the criticism. Criticism means he ends his essay to criticize of those people and those authors who refuse to see any virtue of the Spectator's essays, Spectator's meditations. In the fourth paragraph, Addison says that he has received many letters from the readers of the Spectator, and saying what they have said. In their letters, the readers said that they do not find any beauty in the essays written by him in the Spectator. It is funny for Addison, because Addison says and they throw aside the essays by saying that there is nothing useful or charming in them. Means many reader of the Spectator saying that Edison, your essay are not so charming and not so interesting or useful for us. So here Edison says that these type of readers are ordinary men and their mind has a thick layer of darkness, so they fail understand to the beauty of his theoretical essays. He says no ray of light enters their mind. Edison points out that for such readers his essays are of no use because they do not have the intelligence. They do not have the intelligence. Means here Edison argues that these kind of writers, these kind of readers who do not find any kind of interest, any kind of charmness and utility of periodical essays. Edison says that these kind of readers are the ordinary men. They do not have much intelligence to understand my essays. So my essays are not for these kind of readers. My essays for the readers who understand the meaning of my essays. So here these kind of readers, he compares these kind of readers to a mole. And here Edison points out for such readers in his essays are no use of because they do not have the intelligence. And to understand the periodical essays of the Spectators, he gives the example of lines from the Virgil's Aeneid. Black night enwraps them in her gloomy shade. Means they have thick layer of darkness, so they not any single ray of light enters in their mind, so they do not understand the meaning of my essays because they are ordinary reader. And for these type of readers he refers to a fable of mole. A mole is weak in eyesight. Here he tells about a fable, about a story of a mole. A mole consults many eye specialists and he is given a spectacle for bettering his eyesight, and he tries to wear the spectacle. Then his mother tells him that the spectacles can help men to see better, but they are no use to a mole. Means once a mole wear spectacle to bettering his eyesight, then his mother says that the spectacle are useless for the mole because the spectacle is useful for the man. Similarly, Edison says the readers who do not find any interesting in the essays of the Spectator are like the mole. He writes the essays for men of understanding. His essays are no use for men who are like the mole. And next, in the next paragraph, Edison author compare to a wolf to the another. Means here Edison compares the authors. Means authors compare to a wolf to the another. In the last paragraph of the essay, Edison speaks about those authors who refuse to see any beauty in the works of the other authors. Here Edison quote a Latin proverb as follows: one man is wolf to the another. Means in his opinion, authors are no better than moles. Then the reason of that they do not find any beauty in the other author's works. Even if they find it, they shut their eyes upon it. They only see faults and defects in one another's work, and they point out these defects proudly. And Edison here has the personal experience of this, and he knows 2 or 3 such authors. These authors have been pointing out the defects in his essays. Edison decided to expose them in his future articles. Edison calls them means the authors like the wolf. Edison calls them undermining vermin. He says such authors knowingly only find faults in the works of the authors. Means at the end of the essay, Edison criticized these kind of authors. They do not have any interesting, they do not have any useful thing in the periodical essayist. And our last point is the conclusion of the essay. Thus, this essay, the periodical essays written by Joseph Addison, begins with an exposition of the nature and purpose of the periodical essay and ends with the criticism of those who obstinately means knowingly, refuse to see any virtue and beauty in the essays of the Spectator, i.e. the periodical essays written by Joseph Addison in his magazine The Spectator. Dear students, this is our today's essay, the periodical essays written by Joseph Addison. I hope all of you enjoying this essay, and this is our second essay, and be ready for the next video. Have a nice day.